Hello everybody, I'm Ernest. We're here today at the Indian dealership where I bought the Springfield, and I did something today, kind of almost spontaneously, and you'll get to see it soon enough. Well, this video is going to go a little different. This is the bike I bought, a 22 Challenger, and I bought it Thursday. Today's Saturday, so it's the first time I get to ride it. I just rode it home and parked it, and it ran great. But this morning it started missing, and there was a engine fault. I think also the Bluetooth disconnected at one point, and I had trouble downshifting, like it locked up in a gear or something. I mean, it was a little, I don't know if it's something I'm doing or not. I'm here at the Indian dealership, and I'm going to let them run a diagnostics. I'm hoping this is just a user error or something, and it's just, you know, one of those things. But yeah, they already got my Springfield already on the lot over there for sale, and I'm starting to have a little buyer's remorse. I'm hoping not, because I really love this bike so far, and once I get it done and I take it for a ride, and then I'll come back and we will do my first thoughts on this bike. Well, say goodbye to the Springfield. I got the I'm still here at the Indian dealership. I've been here about an hour getting ready to go. They assured me that they cleared all the codes and there was nothing abnormal with it, the normal stuff that goes on with electronics. So let's get on the road, and then I'll stop somewhere and we can talk about what I think about the Indian Challenger. Did I mess up? I don't know. Only the time will tell. Thank you. So let's go. Let's get on the road. Okay, so I left the dealership and I'm out here in Bandera, Texas on a windy, cool day. Started the day off in the 50s, well, in the 40s actually, and now it's probably gonna hit, we're somewhere in the 60s by now, I think. But I've been riding pretty much in the low 50s and mid 50s. So anyway, I wasn't going to start the video this way with the problems that I'm having. Currently, 0 issues. Everything's working. The guy at the dealership gave it a clean bill of health. Said he ran it on some kind of computer scanner, and there was some faults in there. That there was a tire pressure fault, and it was missing this morning, but that was the only one-time fault that it had, and everything else is normal. So right now I don't have no engine light. I had an engine light off and on this morning. When I first started it, started fine, and then it started missing, like it's running on one cylinder. It was running on one cylinder, I'm pretty sure. That's what it sounded like. And then I turned the bike off, restarted, and it cleared. And it was running good. It just kept giving me an engine fault. But it hasn't done it again. Let's hope it doesn't. But we'll just keep that in mind. I didn't want to start this video this way, and but that is what happened to me this morning, and so just keep that in mind. Okay, so what did I do? That's what my friend said to me when I showed him the picture of what I bought, and I traded in my Springfield. Some of y'all might remember that, the ones that watch my videos. I had a 2019 Indian Springfield 111, dark horse in white. Love the bike. Can't say anything bad about the spring feel. Guarantee if you want a spring feel, go get it. But then I made the mistake of going into the engine dealership and test riding this bike and got interest in it. And I've ridden one last year. I went to Ouray, Colorado, did the $1 Million Highway. I did it on a rented Challenger. I did about 400 miles only on that rented Challenger. It was I believe a 23 model. There is a video in my channel if you want to look it up of what I thought about it. At the time, I was not, I can say, not that impressed with the Challenger. For whatever reason, I just thought it was like about average. I thought, well, it's about average. It's a bagger. I've ridden everything from Harley street glides, road glides, Yamaha cruisers, Hondas. I've had it all. I've owned a lot of bikes. I've been riding since 1985. And so I have a lot of experience with bikes. But the test drive on this particular one sold me enough to trade in my Springfield, which I didn't think they gave me enough for the Springfield, and I ended up trading it on this one. Now this one was priced right. It was at $21,900. I bought it used. It is March of 2024. This is a 22 Challenger Limited in blue, two-tone. You can see the black and the silver stripes. Kind of looks like it's a custom job. This is the limited model, so this is not the base model. They have a one that is below this one, and they have one or two above this one. This is not a dark horse, so this has the chrome engine. All the accents are in chrome. I did have in mind of getting another dark horse because I kind of like that dark horse theming, but I went ahead and got this one. They had two of these. This came out, I think the salesperson told me this came out of their rental fleet. They rent these bikes at that dealership, and this was one of their rentals, and they had two of them. Look, it still has the red sticker on it from the dealership. I haven't taken that off. I'll do that sooner or later. Okay, so now we know the issues. Now you kind of know my background in riding and what I think. So the test ride sold me on the bike. That's what made me trade in the Springfield on this used Challenger. That engine is something else. This is by far the most powerful cruiser bagger that I've ever ridden. And like I said, I've got a huge experience when it comes to baggers. My understanding, out the door, this is the most powerful bagger, V-twin that you can get. The only thing that comes close is the Harley. They have one that's 131 cubic inches, and that's but it's a lot more expensive than this bike. And this one still, I think, just barely outperforms that one. And this one's a fully water cooled. And the Harleys, I believe, it's just the heads of the Harley is water cooled. So it's like modified. That's like a $10,000 upgrade on the Harley. So you're looking at a lot more money versus one of these. I bought this one used. I think in brand new they're probably running around 28,000. I think that Harley is probably, I'd be guessing. I think it's close to 40, at least 35,000 or more. It's probably more than that. I don't. It's up there. That's what I'm trying to say. The engine is a gem. What can I compare it to? I don't know. I have a KTM Super Adventure that is also a water-cooled twin engine, and it is faster than this bike, of course. It's a 160 horsepower bike. This is 122 horsepower, 128 pounds of torque. Now, this bike pulls hard. You give the throttle and it pulls, and that back tire will break loose. Even if you're going down the road, you can be 40-50 miles an hour, you downshift and you gun it, you're gonna see that traction control light come on, and you will light up that back tire if you don't watch out. The Limited does have the inertial navigation, and I mean, not inertial navigation, inertial, it's to do with traction control. So it senses your movements as you turn and accelerate and so on, and it makes adjustments if necessary, if you're going to get yourself in trouble. This has a see-through vents on both sides here to allow air, and you can also shut it off. I love the metallic in the blue. It's really nice. This is 100% stock. Although it's 100% stock, and it's already one of the most powerful cruisers that you can get just out the door. You don't have to do nothing to it. But if you do go stage 1, stage 2, I know they have a stage 2 and it bumps it up. I don't remember the numbers, but I know it goes from 122 horsepower to 134 horsepower. Not really sure what that costs and if that involves cams. I think it does involve cams, but if you just do the stage 1, that will wake this bike up, because they have to go by the government guidelines and keep it noise and all that kind of stuff. The manufacturers, have to keep that legal. But I'm the kind of person that I don't like a super loud bike, and this one is loud enough. I'm not sure if they did anything to the baffles or something, because maybe they did. I don't know. Let me start it up, and you can hear it. It got the nice little Indian logo comes on. Let me hit the little, you just touch it, and I didn't do that first time. Now touch it. Is it in gear? It's in gear. So let me go over here, take it out of gear. All right, you just touch it and it'll start. I can tell you it's not loud at idle, but it does have a nice sound when you get I don't know, to me that doesn't sound stock. Maybe they do something to these rentals just to heighten the experience, and maybe hopefully you want to buy one. I don't know, but I don't plan to do anything with the exhaust, because I'm not a fan of loud exhaust. I am a fan of performance. I don't know if there's something I can do to free up the power. on this bike without increasing the noise. I would have to look into that. I haven't had enough experience or with this bike or know enough about this bike. I do love to ride it right now. Hopefully that problems I had this morning was just a fluke, and I won't have any more issues. One of the neat things, this is an Indian, so the Indians are all LED lighting fully around here. Even this front light, I don't know if you can tell, is lit. This is an Indian bonnet up in the front. This is the trademark of the Indian. Has an Indian bonnet lit at night. That looks pretty damn cool. These will light up. All this will light up when the engine is on. High beam, low beam. Right now, that is the low beam. The other thing that is amazing that you don't get on Harleys, if you're wanting to compare it to a Harley, and by the way, I'm not an Indian or Harley guy, I'm just a lover of motorcycles. It's this button right here, you click it and the windshield comes up. Now I'm only 5'6", and when it's up, it is slightly above eye level. I'm right about here somewhere, my eye level. So I don't need a taller windshield, and you can adjust it to whatever level you want. If you just want to go down a little bit, see, you can do that, or you can just take it all the way down. You just double click it, just like on your car, you roll the windows up and down, same thing. You just kind of click it and it'll go, it'll do its due. So right there, I don't know if you can see it because the glare and all that, but this is the navigation screen. It's got all kinds of technology. It'll tell you your ride time, moving time, stop time, distance. See, I just did 69 miles. Your elevation change. All this stuff is adjustable too. I can change this to different, if I don't want, like this is voltage, temperature, and miles, range. I'm not really sure. Is that the gas tank? Yeah, that's the fuel. But you can adjust all that, and you can make, let's say you want the compass instead of the temperature. You do this, you just drag it over here and there, and now it is your screen, and you can do that. You can toggle through here, or you can do it right behind here is a button where you can toggle through the screens to all different screen navigation. This is phone, this is Bluetooth. Let's try the radio. So this is everything. You can have your AM, FM, weather band, US port, Bluetooth.
The way less to pay for everyday store. So when you're
So let's talk about the radio and the clarity of the sound, because that is something a lot of people are interested in. It's the most clear system I've ever owned. I had a Victory cross country that was a full bag, was a bagger like this one. Although this is a fixed fairing, this fairing does not move like on the Victory and let's say street glides. Those are all move with your handlebars. This is fixed to the frame, similar to a road glide, it is for a bone stock system. I can hear it pretty clear at 70 miles an hour. 80 miles an hour it's not as great. Now you also have to remember, I'm kind of hard of hearing. I'm actually I get a check from the VA for being partially deaf. I just retired from the Air Force. I was Army and Air Force for 24 years. And so they gave me a VA rating of 10% for my being hard hearing. But yet I can hear the radio. I can now enjoy stereo as I'm going down the road. You can play your anything on your phone. You can listen to the radio, all that. Here's the thing about the Indians, though, that I found out, and it's kind of a bummer, is that, well, it's only a bummer if you're an Android user. This car has Apple CarPlay, which is good for the navigation. You can just use your phone and use it as, you know, just like you do in your car. This will not work on Androids. I'm an Android user. I've always been an Android user. I've never been one of those Apple guys. I don't know. I just never thought of it. Every car I've owned or rented, it always worked with my Android. But for some reason, Indian did not make a deal with them. I guess, you know, it's all driven by money, whatever that is. So if you have an Android phone, you cannot use the Apple CarPlay function or the Android Auto function on the Indian. What else? This is similar to a Road Glide, where it has these compartments. In the compartment there is a USB where you can plug in your phone. It's a nice size little glove compartment. It has a battery tender cord where you can plug in your battery tender. It has a blank spot here for you can, I don't know what you can put there, another light switch. I might use it to put a USB connection because I don't want to have my phone in the glove department, in the glove box. I wear my phone up here, and then I can hook up my phone to this and power it up. And it has another one on the other side. Now this is electronic gas cap. It's electronic. There's a button right here where you can release it, and that releases the gas cap, and you can open that up. The saddlebags are also electronic. Now if you get the standard model, it is not electronic. You have to lock it with a key. But this one has the option where you can. There is a where's that USB? Yeah, it's back here. It's hard to tell because of the light. But in there is a USB, not a USB, a cigarette lighter, you know, plug, so you can plug in your phone or whatever you want to charge while you're riding. But it doesn't have a USB up here on the dash, so you can plug in your phone. That is one problem I have with this bike. The same problem I had with the Springfield. It did not come with one. I just don't understand what is the issue with these motorcycle manufacturers not doing that. You know what, to come and think of it, I had a Road Glide. I think it was a 22 model or 23. I rented it when I was on a ride, and it didn't have it either. Now that I believe that's right. I might be wrong about that. But for sure this one doesn't have one. What else don't like? Oh, and you'll hear Challenger guys, they'll complain about this one. Why would you leave this bolt exposed? Why would you leave this bolt exposed? Because it's not even centered in the hole. It's kind of like off centered. So I'm gonna get something to cover that up. Very easy fix that Indian can do, but for some reason everybody complains about it. I don't know. So I guess time will tell what this bike history. Hopefully that problem doesn't come back, and we can all be happy campers about it. And I can be happy that for my purchase and all that. So let me see what I'm gonna do. This might be the end of the video, but if there's nothing else at the end, if you even made it back this far for me just rambling on, but the power is amazing. The electronic, it has just about everything you could want. Oh, if you don't want to use the Apple CarPlay or you have an Android phone, there is a Ride Command subscription that you can subscribe to, and you can get your information that way. And with that, you get the weather overlays, and it'll give you traffic updates and all that stuff without being connected to any phone. And I believe it's only $100 a year. So if you're actually a traveler that's going from state to state, and that's just something you normally do, well, then that is probably something that's going to be beneficial to you. So let's see how this goes. All right, we're here in Camp Verde, Texas. This is a restaurant slash, I think you can reserve something here and do various activities. I'm not really sure. I've never been back here in the back of the building. This is the back. The restaurant's right there. They have the gate open, so let me go inside here and check this part of Camp Verde out. I'm really not sure. I thought I'd stop by here and give me a piece of pie or something. It's a nice day, maybe get some coffee. If you know the story of Camp Verde, I did a video on it, I believe. And basically the army was experimenting back in 18 something, before the Civil War, with camels. And they bought a bunch of camels from Egypt and shipped them over here along with some Egyptian trainers to train the troops with. As you can see, that there is a camel right there. Oh, there it is. Sorry, got the zoom too high. So there was a camp here, a military camp, and this was the general store over here. It's not the original one. The original one burned down, but this is the second one. As you can see, it's a beautiful building. This building over here, I think this part over here is at least 100 years old or older. And anyway, it's really nice inside. Maybe I'll take you inside too. So let's go and see what's inside. All right, so we're inside. You can see here they got t-shirts. So it says since 1857. There's actually a book about Camp Verde and the history and so on. This is just part of the gift shop. Here's the main gift shop. I didn't realize what I ordered. It's like an apple pie with ice cream on top here inside the restaurant. Anyway, let me enjoy this. I ordered a little bit too much. I didn't think I was gonna get all that. All right, so just a little quick stop here at Camp Verde. Man, that ice cream with apple pie, the apple basket here is awesome. He said the chicken fried steak here is real good too. So let's get back on the bike. And you know, I'm probably gonna do some talking as I'm riding. I think I have the mic with me. I think I brought it. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'll go ahead and make this little different. So far, I haven't had any issues with the bike out here. Man, it's a lovely day. It's a lovely day. I was just talking to the owner of this Valkyrie right here. He said it's a 99. he was out here riding. All right, so let me get back on the Indian. Okay, got you on the helmet cam now. Make sure everything's working. Okay, should be working. I don't know if I showed you these gloves. No, these are motocross gloves. I know it's not proper for the type of environment. I got it. Now, let's see if the Indian has any problems now that I've been riding it a while. Thing comes up. All right, looks good. Put it in neutral. Okay, no engine light. So, you know, I didn't tell you. I think this bike had 4,089 miles. 2022 engine Challenger. I don't know if I mentioned that. So, let's talk about the characteristics as far as riding it. What you can tell about this. Oh, look at that old Ferrari. There's a lot of money in this part of Texas. This is the Texas Hill Country, by the way. Camp Verde there. There's a gentleman that owns the Valkyrie. So anyway, we're gonna head out toward Kerrville. As you can see right away, this bike is a screamer. God damn. Let's go put the windshield up. Okay, I'm on 6th gear now. I'm gonna set the cruise control. Oh, well. I'm gonna get back up to speed. What the hell am I doing wrong? Okay, there. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Cruise control is on. I'm just learning the bike. Anyway, we're going, looks like 62, 63 miles an hour at about 2,500 RPMs. So, when you get on this bike and you've ridden a lot of Harleys, the first thing you know is going to feel really light. Off the kickstand. And also, the kickstand on this particular bike. Okay, I had to stop. I was messing with the phone, and it turned off the camera. Okay, let's give it some gas. Oh yeah, baby. Yeah, this thing is amazing. Amazing. Okay, what was I? Okay, it's light off the kickstand. And it's very apparent if you've been riding Harleys right off the bat. You notice that as soon as you get on here. And the kickstand's a lot better on this, on the Challenger. It's just really easy to put it up, put it down. Not like on a Harley, it's so, you know, those on the Harley, you have to push it way up, and me being short, it's, you know, it's a little bit of a stretch for me. Anyway, I don't want this to be Indian against Harley video, because I'm neither or. I'm just, I just buy what I like. And it handles awesome, just awesome. And you know, a lot of people want to say, oh, it's a sport bike and everything. No, it's not a sport bike. It's definitely a cruiser, long distance cruiser, very comfortable. The seat is really nice. I didn't mention that the seat is really nice. I don't feel like I need to upgrade the seat. Very comfortable, very roomy. The bars are comfortable for someone of my height. I know a lot of guys like their high risers where it's up to here, and I don't know. I've never had a bike like that. Everybody says how much more comfortable it is. I do like the way it looks. I can say that it gives it that kind of a bad boy vibe, I guess, is the word I'm looking for. I think when I see that, it's got that look to it, you know. Yeah, as long as that engine problem light thingy don't happen again, it doesn't misfire. I don't know. I mean, I know when you buy something like this with this complicated, this much electronics in it, you're likely to encounter some issues. It's just more critical. Now, I have a 2016 KTM 1290, and it has all the, you know, it doesn't have the navigation, and it doesn't have Bluetooth like this bike does, but it does have all the sensory things, you know, the turning ABS, all that kind of stuff. And but this is the next level here on this bike. The downsides to this bike, what are my negatives? Well, I pointed out some of them earlier. The other thing is not being able to use my Android. It will not talk to the Android. It will hook up with the Bluetooth. I did talk to the guy at the dealership, and he said that he's talked to the Indian representatives, and he says everything they do is with the Apple phone in mind. So I think most people have the Apple phones, so that's the vast majority of, you know, of phones out there is the Apple phone. So if you have the Apple phone, I guess you're in luck here, and that won't be an issue with you, and maybe I won't have an issue either. I don't know for sure, but yeah. Okay, what else I don't like? Just, that's the main things I've already pointed out in the video earlier. This little hole right here, I can't, you know, I don't have enough experience with it. The rental bike that I rented in Colorado, the Challenger, and this one, I probably have about 500 miles now on a Challenger, so not really enough. These are my initial impressions. So anyway, coming into Kerrville, I don't think I'm gonna add any more to this video. But I always say that, and then I end up adding more to the video. So anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye right now, and I'll see you next time. We'll just end it like that. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Okay, the saga continues. The video does not end. I am in Fredericksburg, outside of Fredericksburg actually, and the problem came back with the ride command, which is the software, whatever, this update, this screen here. It goes into like a night mode where you can't see it. You can barely make out some lines here and there. It gets really dark. The Bluetooth disconnects. And I'm gonna have to take it back to the Indian dealership. God damn it. I was hoping that what happened this morning was just a freak of nature. I'm probably gonna head back to the Indian dealership, and because I can't take this bike nowhere now. All right, well, not happy today. The saga continues. This is definitely the end of the video. Bye. Okay, so I made it back to India. One more thing, I picked up another fault on the way down here, something about a brake code. So I talked to the people here at the Indian dealership. They're gonna keep it, and they're going to see if they can figure this out. They're gonna get in touch with Indian and see if everything, if they can fix this. Man, I love the bike though, man. It runs so good. They just got to get rid of this whatever computer glitch that's going on here. I was cruising at 4,000 RPMs, about 105 miles an hour, just cruising down Interstate 10, smooth and as easy as can be. And I still had a bunch of throttle left. So anyway, let's get this fixed.